Hi, how are you?
Good, amazing.
We're right on time. Here,
Yes.
my name is Mike. Here's my card and a magnet for future service.
All right.
Let's see what you got going on.
I just have to run in this.
That's fine, yeah, if we-
My mom's in
Perfect.
The house, so.
Let's go see what's
It's
going
okay.
on.
There's a hole. If you put your finger right here, there is a hole that is there.
Oh yeah, right there. Look at that.
Yep, and I took a under picture, and it's just a little hole, like the size of an eraser on a pencil.
And the only thing you did was turn the power. Okay, so I'm going to put some valve tags on some of these things for you.
Okay.
Because this is the boiler feed valve.
I turned this. I had this off. You see, it's off.
Yes.
But I don't know. It kept coming
Yeah.
out, and I freaked out.
Because if the boiler had power and it's running out of water, the automatic feeder, which is right here, is
When
going to
it burned out.
Well, when it was losing water continuously, it was trying to refeed itself.
Okay.
So by closing this and turning off the power will stop that, but I'll put a valve tag on here for you so you know it's boiler feed. So should anything happen with the boiler, you close this, eventually it'll stop.
Okay.
And I'll do the same with the water heater. If you have this water heater which is fairly new anyway, so you shouldn't have a problem for a very long time. But keep in mind this is fairly new, but there are what we call anode rods that they're called sacrificial anode, and I can tell you this later if you want, if you have to run. Okay. There are sacrificial anode rods or anode rod, which the water eats first before eating the tank, and those should be changed every 3 years. If you change those,
then this is older than 3
if you
years.
change those every 3 years, you'll double the life expectancy of the water heater. Yeah, but if this ever leaks, close this valve.
Okay, I thought so because this looks like open.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, very good. If the lever is parallel like this with the pipe it's connected to, it's on. If it's perpendicular like this, it's off.
Okay. I have at work we have to learn how to turn off the fire system and stuff. So they make us know.
Learn stuff.
Anyways,
learn something new every day. So we're gonna take care of this.
I turned that off. And,
Okay.
And there's a switch at the
Top of the stairs. You turn that off as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, by the time you come back, hopefully it'll be back on.
Okie dokie.
All right, Peter. We are going to need a couple wrenches, right? Let's get if we have a 3/4 by 1/2 inch black T, right? Let's get a 1/2 inch press, actually 1/2 inch press coupling, right? And we'll take this out and put it back in. I think that's the best bet. And there's a little bit of corrosion there. A little cocky. But I think that was a good explanation of it, right? You think you could have done the same? She called last night in a panic at the emergency line right before I'm about to go out for dinner. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even qualify her yet like I normally do and I tell her the pricing, but I said, "Can you send me a picture of what's going on?" So she sent me a picture and I'll show you. There's the picture. And there we are, right? So I sent a few pictures, and then I asked her if she could send one underneath, but I didn't see that. But as you see, there's a hole in it. And when we take it out, we'll be all right. Okay? So let's find that T. That. Boiler's already drained. We're good. All right. Since Peter's wearing the gloves and I'm not. Perfect. Getting right into it. Look at that. We're making sure the water is off, which it is. So we're going to use a tubing cutter and cut the 1/2 inch copper pipe. Look at that. Not like a brand new. There's no support on this whatsoever. You know what? Hold on. Let's see if we can put it right there. Nope. I'll hold that up for right now. Wow. Okay. Now get a wrench or channel lock. Perfect. And loosen up and take off the 1/2 inch male adapter and the pipe it's connected to. Perfect. Look at that. Next, I would go for the drain valve. You may or may not have to hold back, but we'll find out in a second. Yeah. Good. Proper orientation for the wrench. Excellent. Very good. We may have some water there, may not. I don't know. Probably not, because the hole's in the bottom of the T. Good. We'll reuse that. We'll just use a wire brush and clean that off later. All right. Next, we're going to take out that 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch black T. He's going to get lucky without holding back. Let's find out. Wow, look at that. Talk about got some luck right there. Or skills. Look at that. Great job. There's that hole. Wow. Crazy. First time for everything. Take a look at that nipple. Looks pretty intact. Just some dirt. We're going to use a wire brush. He's going to clean off the... There you go. Clean off the threads on the male adapter, the nipple, and the valve. that Teflon tape off the threads. That way when we rewrap it, we have working with nice clean threads. Otherwise, it's like, you know, your shower is leaking, so you just put some more silicone over the silicone that's already there. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
You know, spend the extra minute and do the right professional job. Clean the threads off. And if there's obviously damage to the nipple, replace the nipple. All right. Now we're wrapping some new Teflon tape around the nipple coming out of the heel tee. I like to go 6 times. Perfect. All right, so I did not have a 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch black tee. What I did have in the truck is a 3/4 tee and a 3/4 by 1/2 inch reducing bushing. So we're going to tighten up that tee on there and then connect our male adapter with the 1/2 inch copper pipe and then put back on the drain. And if the viewers will notice, Peter is using a pair of channel locks made by Nipix. And as he's using that wrench, his hand is grabbing the end of the wrench or the pair of channel locks, and that will maximize the tightening power that he has because he has leverage. And it's all about the leverage. If you were to bring your hand closer to the center, right, you're going to notice you have a lot less, you're going to use a lot more energy, a lot more energy to do the same amount of work. That's why there's a purpose of different size wrenches for different size pipes. For example, a 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch, pipe, you want to use like an 8 to 12 inch pipe wrench, right? Which is the one that resides in my Vito TPXXL tool bag. So now that's in, we're gonna deburr the pipe that we cut on there and there with the deburring tool. It's in my tool bag. See, people will comment that if I don't show the work, I'm not doing it. But realistically, majority of plumbers, myself included, we never deburr the pipe. Right? It's just facts. Now we're deburring there as well. Perfect. And then we'll take a piece of scratchy paper or emery paper just to clean off the oxidization from the flux from the plumber who put this piping and never wiped off his fittings. And that's why it's green like that. To make our connection, we're using a 1/2 inch Viga press coupling. Peter is tightening that existing male adapter. Now, some of you could say, Mikey Pipes, why don't you just change this? Well, you're not paying for the bill, are you? Right? So, that's why. There's nothing wrong with what's here. Yeah, it looks a little snotty, right, but there's nothing wrong with what's there. The direct problem has been resolved professionally and in a neat and clean manner. Peter, did you notice what's behind me?
Behind you.
There's a tree trunk. And it's curved. Look at that. It's literally curved. And it's used as a support beam. We're just holding up these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2x8s. And they're old school 2x8s because those are actually 2x8s. Wow, look at that. A tree trunk. Crazy. Speaking of crazy, let me get your thoughts and feedback down in the comment section down below. What's the craziest thing you've seen when doing a service call?
Do you have a COVID test? She was like, yeah, in the closet.
You took it?
No.
Oh.
I passed out.
Oh, so
Went to bed.
Okay.
And I woke up feeling much better, but it was like...
There you go.
I was like, if I have COVID again, I'm going to be so mad.
Yeah, you should really send the Chinese consulate a bill.
Seriously.
I did for you, by the way.
They didn't respond though, right?
They called, but they didn't leave a message. Let me answer the phone while we're making that thing tight. Okay. So we've just pressed in the coupling. Everything's closed. Let's go up above and let's turn on that water valve that we spoke to the homeowner about earlier. That's open, and you're going to see we have a bypass valve right here. But before I do so, there's a couple things I want to do. Number one, I like to correct that, right? That's an obvious thing. Let's see if we could take these protective rods out of the way, which we can since the boiler's still off. Peter, let's grab that little baby channel lock. Loosen this up, loosen that up right there, and let's take that off before we fill up the boiler back up. I want to change that. Okay, let's take this out. Let's take a look at the glass. Make sure she's not cracked or damaged, and she looks pretty intact. Yeah. A lot of times, you know, that water is going to wear away the glass, but she looks pretty intact. So it looks like we're going to replace the upper and lower nuts, friction ring, and washer. I'm going to go get that from the truck. So here is 2 new nuts and washers and friction rings. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, good. Excellent. We'll do the same on the opposite side and then put her into the valves set. Okay, top first. Push it all the way up. See, that's why you have to move the ring down. And then move it up afterwards once it's all inserted.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
See, there you go. Connect. Now, in case people are wondering where Frankie is, I'm sure they're going to ask. What happened to Frankie? All right, and Frankie is with the other Mike. They're actually doing a residential water jetting job right now. When we water jet, it's a 2-person job. Using a gas-powered 4,000 PSI water jetter. I got some videos on that on the YouTube channel. Just do a search for water jetting. Valor, V-A-L-O-R machine. Okay. Why'd you loosen up the top for?
Let's see if we can get more room down.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Tighten.
Tighten up the top, tighten the bottom. Just don't tighten up too much or you'll crack the glass. All right, sight glass is in. Let's add water. Okay, and we're gonna fill up the sight glass, make sure the valves are fully open. And it's also a good idea to, loosen those up every time you work on the boiler, just to make sure that they're not seized up. And okay, wait for that water level to come up. We want to fill it right about there. There are the 2 protective rods. We'll put those back in. Protects the sight glass. So we're still filling up. This boiler, I'm guessing, is an SIN5. It looks like takes around 5 to 6 gallons of water, if I'm not mistaken. And we're still waiting. There it is. Here it comes. Slowly rising. And it's nice. The water's pretty clean. It's good that the water's clean. So once we have that about halfway, we will turn the power onto the boiler, and then we'll probably do a tune-up since we'll make use of the hour that we're charging the customer for. And sure enough, SIN5. Look at that. From October 2015. Looks pretty clean, actually. Pretty impressive. All right, you think they enjoyed that video? Look at that. We instructed the homeowner about 2 important valves that they need to know: the boiler shutoff valve, the water heater shutoff valve, and we made best use of our time of the hour they're paying for anyway. We did a combustion analysis, and it only had 1 particle per million, or parts per million, of carbon monoxide. That is delivering value, and that is being professional. Let me get your thoughts and feedback down in the comment section down below. And for all those who remember, we're in the black and gold $250,000 bathroom. Yep. With the one with the faucets that were too tall. So we're putting in taller faucets right now, and hopefully they clear. That'll be another video. Thank you so much for watching. Be well. God bless. Stay safe.